Alright guys, we are going to try this YouTube channel here. Going to call it Dirt Floor Garage 79. We'll start this first video with the introduction. A little bit of who I am and what we're doing and what the channel's probably going to be about. Zoom this thing out here. We're filming this on just an old regular Samsung Galaxy phone, nothing fancy. Show you a little bit about the shop, then we'll get into a little bit about what we're doing here. It's a cluttered shop. I know I ain't the only one that's got a cluttered shop, but my wife's got a YouTube channel, and a lot of people on there obviously ask about me. She comes out here and hangs out with me sometimes and shows a little bit about what we're doing. And this thing here is called Project 69. I think we're going to do a YouTube channel on the wonderful adventure of restoring a 1969 Ford F100 with not a lot of money and not the best tools in the world, but that's okay because we can do it. I've done it before, and I'm sure a lot of people has too. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos. People's got these massive shops and the latest and greatest tools, CNC, all this stuff. We don't have any of that. We are literally working with power tools that you can go to any hardware store and pick up, and probably 70% of my stuff is from good old Harbor Freight. That's a little welder we're working with. It's perfect to weld sheet metal and stuff. It's only 90 amp flux core, don't gotta mess with no gas or nothing, but it does great on welding this 16-18 gauge metal on this old truck. Don't have a lot of problems with burn through or nothing. You can dial it down pretty good to do what we need to do. A little bit of backstory on this truck. I've had this for a while. You can say it's a family heirloom of sorts. The main reason I'm documenting this is not to make a lot of money, if any. Not definitely looking for fame, because I ain't nobody. Just a normal dude working in his garage. But it's to document it for my son, my kids. Got a 5-year-old son. He's still a little too little to get out here and do the kind of stuff that we need to do to it. But to show them and everybody else what it takes to do these things by hand. No fancy tools, no taking it to the sandblasting, no nothing. All stripped by hand, all body worked by hand, painted by hand. It's a lot of work, but you can do it. I've done it before, several vehicles. The latest one I did is sitting right over here. This is a 2004 Ford Crown Victoria XK9 police car, police interceptor. And this car was in okay shape when we picked it up. I literally paid $800 for it. I was looking, we're doing the Crown Vic swap to the 69 over there, and I was looking for Crown Vic to do it to. Long story short, I found a wrecked one. I was scared of that front end because it'd been hit in the front. So the gentleman I bought this one from, it's got dirt on it. The gentleman I bought this one from had two of them. He had this wrecked one here, he had a wrecked one, and then this one here. He wanted $1,000, $1,200 or something for this, and I wasn't willing to pay that. I just needed the Crown Vic front end, and he had that wrecked one. So what I did was I was scared of that wrecked one, so I went ahead and talked him down to $800. Now, this car didn't look like that. It didn't have any interior, just had a driver's seat. It had holes on top of the roof where the cop lights were. And the paint was pretty bad. So I talked him down to $800. Now, it run good. It only had 91,000 miles on it. And anyway, I talked him down to $800. We got this and brought it home. I was torn because I did not want to take the front end out of a running car. I wasn't really into Crown Vics, but it's too good of a car to take the front end out of. Anyhow, I went to get the title and all that stuff switched over and run into some problems with that. I had to go back to the DMV 3 or 4 times, and the gentleman who sold it to me felt bad, so he told me if I could bring my car trailer back down there, I could have that wrecked one that he had for all the trouble that I had to go through to getting this one in my name. So I wound up with 2 of them. I wound up with the wrecked one, then I wound up with this one. Well, got that wrecked one home and really researched that front end, and there wasn't nothing wrong with it. Where the accident happened, the wrecked one got hit right here on the passenger side, and it peeled it all the way back to right in here. The motor to it was showing. But luckily, these are full frame cars. Whatever happened to it, it hit the frame and went up. It didn't hurt the front end down here. It didn't hurt the aluminum front end. So we was able to take the front end out of the wrecked one to put in underneath Project 69 over there. And then I was left with this one, a complete running car. So good old eBay, a couple junkyards, we got the interior for it. And I set into doing the body work. Got all the holes on the cab filled up. They're looking really good. It's dirty, guys. It's dusty from where I've been working on that old truck. But anyhow, we painted it down. Had a couple dings and dents in it. Paint was real bad. Sprayed it back the factory white. And then I lowered it. Those are 2017-18 Cobra wheels, I think. At least they got the Cobra center caps. They may not be Cobra wheels, but they are off the 2017-18 Mustang. Yeah, lowered it. Did the exhaust myself. Basically just ain't got no cats. Got a H-pipe. 2-chamber Flowmasters. Factory size exhaust. I think it's 2.5. Motor wise, there ain't nothing done to it. Just stock 4.6 with a police interceptor. It does sound really good, and the interior on it is in great shape. Now I did have to go to eBay and get the door panels and stuff because the car did not have any interior at all. All it had was this driver's seat here, and with it being a canine car, the dog, my doors are locked. I'm going to have to get the key. Hold on just a second. I don't want to roll the windows down. I want to unlock the doors. There we go. The dog had chewed this part of the seat right here. Gone. He chewed all the stuffing out of that. So we had to go get a driver's seat, then we had to get the passenger seat and this back seat here. Got that from, got the seats from a junkyard. Got all the door panels off eBay. Sorry for the light, it's kind of dark in here. But yeah, and then the headliner came out of the wrecked cop car. It's great shape. And some of these other plastic pieces come out of the wrecked cop car too. I only bought the door panels from eBay and the seats from police car in the junkyard, local junkyard around where we live. I did have to put this, order this offline. It's just that old rubber mat, but it looks really good when it's cleaned up. And then I did have to buy the center console, which that came off eBay. It's not bolted down or nothing. She just hangs out right there. Yeah, that's all we need. Nothing fancy, but it does got a little storage compartment there. But yeah, this is one of them we redid, or I redid. I did put a CD player in it, put the white face gauges in it. How many miles she got on her now? Let's see here. I can get you a good shot of that. Sorry guys, my phone must have quit recording, but 94,564. Everything works in it. Got cold AC, really cold AC. Cruise control, all that. Great little car. Like I said, there's the ticket writing light. It works. Drive it every once in a while. Don't drive it much. I don't know why. I just don't. I like to keep it clean and looking good. And with that low of miles, it being an 04, it's pretty cool. This is our side-by-side. Nothing special. Just a, what is that thing? I think it's a 2022 Polaris General XP Trail Boss. It's pretty neat. We like to have fun when we got time. Take that thing out to the woods. It does have a Hush Thrush turbo muffler on the back of it I put on there, which is ridiculously loud. I had a Flowmaster on it, and Jesus, couldn't hear myself think. Put them cool floodlights on the back, Harbor Freight specials, work awesome. Interior of it, it's dirty, we need to clean it. That's got all the bells and whistles. Windshield wipers, horns, heat, navigation. Rada. Pretty cool machine. It's got the Rockford Fosgate sound system in it. Speakers down there. It's a pretty cool machine. We like it. Didn't get to ride it much last year. Hope we get to this year. Windshield folds out on it. It does have a crack in the windshield over there. I had that in it when we bought it. Roof comes off of it. Doors come off of it. You can ride it open cab, closed cab. This does have the tilt bed, so it's more of a mix between sport and utility. This one right here will haul ass. Top speed on it's about 80, 85. Fast enough for us and what we do in something that small. Goes really good. I think them tires right there, I think they're 32s. Getting wore down a little bit. They still got good life left in them. It's got the Walker Evans adjustable shocks. It's all factory. The only thing really we've done to it, we put a tune in it from, I think it's Gilmore. I think that's the name of it. Nope, sorry. Gilliman. Put their tune in it. That's about it. Well, and then about the shop here, it's all wood. Me and my buddy built this shop. I was about 23, 24-year-old. And we built it. The place wasn't even, the floor wasn't even level. The ground was sloped going back that way, and it sloped really bad going back to that corner back there. But I needed somewhere to work on my Mustang. So, being young and had a little bit of money, had a job. Always had a job. I literally started building it. Got a buddy of mine. His dad built houses. Off and on, helped frame them in. So me and him framed this sucker in, and we set it on cinder blocks. Every so many feet, we had cinder blocks down through there, all the way around. So we built this entire, I think she's 26 deep by 40 feet long. Set the entire thing on cinder blocks. And for a long time, guys, that this thing set on cinder blocks. No foundation, no nothing. I worked on my Mustang in here all I could. Didn't have power or nothing in it at the time. And then I started wanting to get a foundation under it. So we literally built a form out of plywood and put rebar in it, made us a form, and every 4 foot poured from the, I dug down, I don't know, about 2 or 3 feet and poured up to the bottom sill of the building, and we did that around the entire building. And it sat like that for a couple years. Then my sister moved in a new place beside us over here, and they did some grading work, and the guy who was doing their grading was a friend of mine, and trading him a built 383 out of a Dodge truck I had, he took all that dirt and brought it over here and leveled it all up for me. So finally got a level floor in it. Now I don't have the money to do a concrete floor, which is fine. So pushed dirt in it, went and got, I don't know how many pickup loads of this old pea gravel stuff here. And now we got a dirt floor garage. Then me and my dad came and we wired up all the lights, put us a box in there. Yeah, you could do this stuff, guys. We don't have a lot of money. We've got enough money to survive and have a good time, but we definitely ain't rich. But if you get your ass out there and work, you could have something. Now, it took many, many years for me to get this place to where it's at now, but I got it. And it didn't cost me a lot of money. Back in 04, 05, the damn wood wasn't as high as it is now. So, yeah, me and my wife got together, built these old wooden barn doors on it. Went and got the particle board, made the inside wall. And yeah, here we are. This is what I work out of. This car right here was painted in this shop. It's actually painted right where it's sitting. It's got a water hose, soaked the floor down, laid a tarp over top of it, pulled the car in, and sprayed it. Now, we ain't no, or I ain't no SEMA show quality painter, so obviously I had to cut that off, wet sand this thing, but hey, it ain't nothing but work, and it turned out great. And get my key stuck in here. I like to hang my key, not there. Sit there. Hell with it. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of an introduction video showing you what we're doing, why I'm doing it, who I am. My name's Stacy. Live in Western North Carolina. And yeah, we're going to document the process of this truck. Now, I've been working on it now for about a year. And let me show you some of the stuff we've done. Basically started on the worst part where the worst rust is. The truck's in damn good shape. And obviously, like any other thing, when I first got it, crap, is that broke? My antenna's broke on my radio here. Oh, that ain't no good. Anyhow, get these pieces out here. I got stuff laying everywhere. So it's a working garage. It ain't a show garage. Lay them down now. Alright, so first thing we did was bought some cheap floor pans. Nothing fancy, because all I needed, really didn't need as much as I got put in there. The only thing that was really bad is it had a little bit of rust right through here. And then it had a little bit of rust up here. So I just bought some really cheap floor pans because all I needed was a section. And you can see it right through there. So this upper piece here is original, and all this back here is original. So all I needed to replace was that. It's one of the first things we did. And then, yeah, and it had rust down through here. That's part of that new pan. It's just right there. Now, obviously, it still needs to be grinded and finished up, but it's all in. Then I had to replace this section here. I made this piece. It goes right down through here. Right there. So that piece is new. It's all 18 gauge. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the first two things that we did. And then right here. So on my truck, this air box right here is for your heater fan. It had a little bit of rust right here on the original one. And I'm thinking, well, it's okay. They make these right here. So got the old one off and got in there, and come to find out, my kick panel was rusted. When I took that off, seen the kick panel was rusted, and then the door post was rusted. And took that off, and then the door pillar here was rusted. Son of a bitch. And that's how it happens. You think you got a little bit of rust and you get into it, and it opens up a can of worms, but that's okay. We are going to fix it. Let me show you some of the pieces here. Yeah, here's that piece of the floor pan I cut out. It wasn't a lot. Probably didn't need to cut that much out of it, but hey, you can see where I've cut scrap metal out of it to use it on the other stuff. So that's the floor pan. This is that kick panel I was just telling you about. The reason why this is part of it. Kind of looks like the state of Texas the way I cut it, but hey, you can see why I replaced that. That's the inside. This would be the inside of the truck here, and this was the outside. It went on like that. So I had to make that. Here's part of that box here. Here is the rusty door section here. See that? That's why I had to fix these in there like that. So there's that. Here is my door pillar here. See there? Can't leave that. I don't want to Bondo all this stuff. It's pretty rough. But luckily, a place called Carolina Classics, literally right down the state from us, makes brand new ones. Here's the driver's side, because you can only order these in kits. Left and right side. My driver's side looks good, so I don't know if I'm going to replace them or not. Now, I painted the inside of that. They're just going to come bare metal. And here is the new door pillar. And again, this is the driver's side. I done got the passenger side on. You're looking at them. Good quality stuff. Good 18 gauge metal. And they fit great. Let me show you. I don't know if I'm going to put the driver's side on or not. I don't know if it needs it. I don't think it does. But, again, now I ain't no professional welder by no means. But I do know how to grind, hee. So there's the new one. And it lines up. Got a little bit of work left to do in here. Got your new kick panel in here. And then it all lines up down there. The new door pillar. Now I cut mine right here. Get that other piece. Ow, son of a bitch. Piece of welding wire stuck in my leg. See how it's made? So I cut this piece. I cut it right through here. Because my truck was good down through there. So it's welded together right there. And all this up through here is original. And then on the pillar side. Now my pillar, or whatever in the hell you want to call it, box, door box, whatever. It was, mine was the patch panel comes to here. Mine was rusted all the way up to here. So what I did was just installed my pillar. Now I had to hang the door, get everything squared up, make sure my door gaps and all that are good. But once I got it installed, I just made a little patch piece. And it wraps around and goes inside there. You can't see it now, but it's basically the shape of this right here. And got that welded in there. So all this is fixed. And once we got all that done, my cowl had rusted through here. Now, I didn't want to weld that because I didn't want to warp it up. So I researched that body panel adhesive, and I noticed on most of the restoration and or collision repair, they're using that bottle panel adhesive. So I made this piece here. I'll show you the original one. And all I made it on was this right here. All that crap laying on top of it, that's an old cheap $60 Harbor Freight metal brake. That's literally how I made that. But here's the original one. See the rust there? I didn't want to leave that, and I did not want to Bondo that. I don't have nothing against body filler. I think it's mainly for dent, so I don't think it hides rust too good. I understand you can do it, but 90% of them through the years, it'll come out if you're trying to fill a rust hole. But went on there like that. So what I did was, on this one I made, I cut it a little longer. So this one here has a piece of metal. This part runs up higher. Okay, and it went in behind this top piece about that far. Gave me something to put that panel adhesive on. So I got it and slid it up in, and I had to notch it. Right here, still got to weld all this up, but I had to notch it. So this piece actually goes up in behind there, up to, I don't know, about a 1/4 inch below that body line right here. And anyhow, we got that body panel adhesive on there, and I clamped it before I put this box on. You can get back there and clamp it. And yeah, that thing, son, is in there. And then I just come around and drilled holes in it and welded it here and here, spot welds. We welded it down through here to this piece, and then welded it there. I still got to grind these welds here down and weld that up. So the only thing left we got to do is the thickness of this metal, 18 gauge. We'll have to body work this right here, which ain't no problem. No warpage, no nothing. So that's how I fixed that. First time I ever used that stuff too, and I like it. I mean, if you look at all new cars, they're pretty much glued together anymore. They ain't welded like these old guys are. Got a little bit of body work I got to do up here. It's kind of rough there where the antenna was. I don't know if I'm going to do an antenna delete or just put the antenna back on it. We'll see. But yeah, guys, this is Project 69 right here. That's what the channel's going to be about. Now, I'll probably post more videos doing other stuff, but we're going to make a series out of this old cat here. I still got to put, the next thing we're doing is I'm stripping all the paint off the back of it here. You can see I've got this all sanded down about midways. That all's finished sanded. From here over, I just stripped that paint off. Now, I've got cab corners and I got inner cab corners. We got to replace them cats. Yeah. This is the outer cab corner. Now, the inner cab corner back here ain't in no better shape. So I ain't never replaced any inners. Hell, I ain't never replaced no body panels. This is the first time I've ever done a job this big. I'm used to just sanding them down, doing body work, and going on about my business. This old truck here is the first time I've ever did any replacement patch panels, so it's going great. I'm learning as I go. Definitely ain't no professional, but we can turn some good ones out. It's going to be my truck and then passed on down to my son. So yeah, working my way on over here to the driver's side. Driver's side ain't that bad. Surface rust on it. But you don't never know. You get the sanding on this thing, and this door pillar here could be like that other. I don't know. But it looks like my cow over here is in a lot better shape. See? That other one, the paint was bubbling in little spots down through there. And you could see the rust in it. So hopefully I can get away with the driver's side just being surface rust and not really have to do much. Now I am going to have to do some work on this floor pan here. So I'll probably do the same thing I did over there. I got the driver's side. It's over there against the wall. But other than that, this old truck's in good shape. It's in really good shape. It's a 69. It's a short bed. Short bed. It was 3 on the tree, 9-inch rear end, had 390 in it. The motor toot's sitting over here. She's buried over here. That's a motor to her right there. Truck run and drove when I parked it and started on it. Rear main seal was leaking in it real bad, so it's had a bad oil leak back there at the back. So I really don't know what I'm going to go back with motor-wise yet. Obviously been kicking around the Coyote 5.0. Been looking at the Godzilla 7.2 or 7.3. I can't forget what liter that thing is. It's either 2 or 3. So I don't know. I don't know what motor is going to go back in it, but it's going to be a while. We're going to take our time and do everything by hand. Hopefully you guys will come along with me. If not, that's fine. It'll be here for my son to look at when I'm dead and gone. I ain't that old. It'll be many moons, but he can always go back and see what I did and what it was like, since he's a little too little right now to get out here and look. Even my daughters. I say my son, but hell, my daughters are into him more than my son is. I got pieces to him laying everywhere. There's a fender to it. Hood, radiator. Now, the radiator cradle, I'm going to have to buy a new one of them. I ain't messing with that old rusty thing. See it down there? Fuel tank behind the seat. Type situation. There's the driver's door. Passenger door. They'll need just a hair's worth of work down there on the bottom of the corners. Which again, you start sanding on that and the whole damn thing may be rusted out. I don't know. A couple dings and dents here in the top. We got to get out. You can see them. Get this thing sanded down. We'll put it under some epoxy primer and get to doing our body work. The drip rails ain't too bad. They're just pitted. But they're not rusted through. So that's great. A lot of these old trucks will rust through on the drip rails there. Dash is all in good shape. Firewall. It's a good old solid truck. She deserves to be saved. Hell, I think all the old ones deserve to be saved. I really ain't into this new stuff. I really don't care about them. I tell you one damn thing, they ain't going to be restoring these. See, this is a 69. This truck's damn near 60-year-old. They ain't going to be restoring no 2017-18 F-150 in 60 years. Guarantee you that. These old trucks, cars are worth saving, guys. Now, I like Ford. It don't matter when it comes to something old, Dodge, Mopar, Chevrolet, save them. Even you don't have to go this far. Just throw some spray paint on it. Just keep it from going away. We need to save it. Because they definitely don't make them like they used to. Show you the bed and stuff to it out here. Bed's in good shape. Short bed. You ain't gonna be able to see much. I got it tarped up. But this is my wife's car there. It's a twin turbo EcoBoost Sport Explorer. Right there's the frame and the bed to it. Bed's in damn good shape. Can't see much, guys. I don't want to untarp it because it is a pain in the butt to keep this tarp from flopping off. But yeah. So hopefully you guys will come along and watch this old truck come back to life. There's the outside of the old shop. Literally just plywood. That's all it is. We did put a metal roof on it. It took me many, many moons to finish this thing and get it to where I needed to. But hey, that didn't stop me from working in it. You got to do what you got to do. If there's a will, there's a way. Finally got me a big old 60-gallon air compressor. And don't get surprised by that flashy name. I bought this thing on sale. I definitely wouldn't have paid what they wanted for it. Standard. I think I picked it up for $800. I think $7.99. Hell, it may even been $6.99. Home Depot or Lowe's one. But yeah, I'm proud of that there. Yeah. Couple torches. There's my heat source there. For when it gets cold, that thing there will heat it up in about 10 minutes. It's 80 degrees in here, and I can shut it off. And it'll stay warm in here for 2 or 3 hours before I have to kick that back on. Show you a little bit how we built this thing. It's just a lean-to. 1,100 square feet. Again, it ain't nothing special, guys. I was 24, 25-year-old and built this. Now, I did have some help from a friend of mine, the same age. I was a little older than him. You know, we run into any issues or had any questions, we'd asked his dad, but we did it. We did our bit of it. And that is how I flip this sucker over. And you want to talk about redneck, there it is. I can't pick a cowboy truck up. So I got on good old interwebs and made me it's a 4x4 up there, and that's a tow hook off of a Toyota truck. I've got bolted to that thing with an old chain file I got off the internet. Hell, I think I got it off the internet at Home Depot. Anyhow, I run that sucker, got me a tie strap wrapped around the A-post, and then you hook this in here. I'm not going to move it, but you hook that in there to right here. And then you pull your chain, and it'll pick that cab up on his back to where you can work on his floor, and it'll let him down and set him back down on his bottom. I've tilted this thing up 100 times probably by now. And it works awesome. Dangerous, yes. But that's the way we're going to do it. So yeah, guys, hopefully you'll come along and watch this old thing come together. If not, it'll be entertaining and funny, because like I said, hell, it's unorthodox the way we do stuff. But it works. I'm not going to do something retarded, but yeah. That's a little bit about the channel. Hopefully you guys will stay tuned and come along with us. I'll probably start putting part 1, 2, 3. This one will be called Project 69 if I post any more videos working on anything else, because we do all kind of stuff. There'll just be videos about that. Now, my wife's channel is where we do outside stuff. That's why the shop's in such a mess. We got saws and everything else, and then we're working on the porch. So if you want to see other stuff that we do, and my wife's channel, she paints and does all kind of cool stuff for the girls. And we also work on the deck and do all kind of outdoor stuff on her channel. It's at Jasmine Greg 72. Yeah, hopefully we can drum up some interest in this old truck. If not, it'll be saved for my son. And I hope to see you guys on the next one.